Yeah, let's go. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord has given unto me to give unto me. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. But I suggest that you read Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 to 6. Next, he said, I'm also Elijah to you, prepared away from me. And the Lord whom you shall see shall suddenly come to his temple. Even the Lord of hosts, him who you delighted in. Malachi chapter 3 before verse 1. I say that there, I say that without reading it, but usually I read it. Then he said, Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. I want to send Elijah before the great and grapegather Lord should turn horses of the children back before the father horse back to the children. Least I come and strike the earth with a curse. So you know the curses have already started, they already talking about. I had a dream. This dream about what's coming up. It was, telling me. I didn't get up and write it down, but man, it's nothing but war. Right? Things like, it's the second year, man. And the second year, what he told you. First year, come cut off your right arm. Second year, come up, cut off your left arm. So you're in the second year. All right. Now, I've been looking through this thing for that one dream where you say all the things, only one thing happened, only one thing left, the destruction of America. So I've been looking for that dream. I couldn't find it. So, when you're looking for certain things, certain dreams, you find other dreams. Yeah. Let me see. I was on the lakefront with two other men. I look up and it was a very cloudy night. At first I thought I had seen two moons. I touched one of the men with me and I say, you see that? Two moons. But by the time I told him that the moon was racing or moving to the top of the sky. As I look, I see lightning flashing from the moon, but only like a little distance from it. Then I saw the two moons again. Next, I touched the man next to me and I said, you see the planet everyone was talking about? See, you see the planet everyone was talking about? It was blue, but looked like more of a large orbit. Metal, blue, matched the sky at night. Next thing, we are in a small business that is closed along with two other men. They were sitting at this desk. One was looking on the phone for the news. The other said, I'm not good at that, but I'm not good at that. I'm not good at social media. So I reach and put a small laptop on the desk. Next, I see something that looks like a comet in the sky, a large fireball in front with smaller balls behind. Looked like it was linked together a line. I said, man, did you see that? Looks like a comet. Next, we go outside, start walking north. We get to a short distance. They have this man, another person standing in the yard behind him. I asked him, do you see that? He said, it looked like a comet. Before I could complete it, they had this white car drive up. I've been looking for this dream. They had this white car drive up. 4 people get out. The man asked, did you see the comet or the fire in the sky? The man said, yes. And it turned to speak to me again. But this time, the man who came out the driver's side car started singing about their home. And the man who I was talking to joined in and started singing in the same song in harmony. The song and the words were one. The young man then walked next to the man and said, Chief, I could never forget thee. All looked like the same people. The chief and the young man looked like the same people when they had met. And I saw all of them standing around. I looked up. I got to repeat this. I have to repeat this. We was on in the lakefront, in the front. I know most people have lakes, how it is. So man, it was the night was cloudy. It was a very cloudy night, because some of y'all have heard this before. It was a very cloudy night, And so, so I put some other people on there, and so we look up at the side and say, man, it look like two moons. That's what I just said. I said, man, it look like two moons. So I touched the man next to him and said, you see that? Two moons. But by the time I told him the moon was racing, was moving towards the top of the sky, because I thought it was a moon. And as I was looking to see a lightning flash from the moon, like it was shooting a ray or something, lightning flash. But only like, for a little distance from it, not too far. I saw the two moons again. Next, I touched the man the next time that was with me. I said, man, you see that planet everybody was talking about? Well, it looked like more like a large blue orb. That's how it looked. Metal blue orb to match the sky at night. They look the same in the sky. So the very next scene, we're in the small business. I told you this before, but I had about next scene, we was in this small business that was closed. But I told you this before. How you go to one of those little small dealerships that's selling used cars, but they close down and leave that little house there. Trailer, leave the little trailer there, trailer house there. But that's how it works. And so, but they had too many. Right? So the small business there that's closed, along with two other men, they were sitting at the desk. One was looking on his phone for the news, the other said, I'm not good at this. And so they were looking on the news for social media to see about the two moons and what it says and the planet that was coming. So that's what they were looking at. So I reached and I put a small laptop on the desk. Next scene, something looked like a comet. So next scene, we outside. So we outside on a lot, like I guess you could say parking lot or a lot where they were selling cars, used cars there, but it had nothing on it, no cars, nothing on it. Just had this one man, and he's standing next to the post. And as he's standing next to the post, we look up next to the post. So we look up in the sky, and we see the comets in the sky. But when I see the comets in the sky, now they're going from east to west. And when they're going from east to west, you can see the fire and everything. That means a whole trail of them. Looked like they was all connected on one line. That's how they look. And they had a big ball, and then they had some little balls behind it. Looked like all of them was like. So the next scene, we go outside, start walking. No, we get to a short distance. They have this man, another person standing in the yard behind him. I asked him, man, did you see that? And he said, yeah, it looks like a comet. That's all he said. He said, yes, it looks like a comet. And so, but before I could complete the sentence, they drive this let's see, continental, old continental, one of 60 continental, one of the big old 60 continental was white. So it drives up. So 4 people gets out. 4 people gets out there. One man on the driver's side, one man on the passenger side, and 2 in the back. So all 4 of them gets out of the car. And the man, so the man asked him, did you see the comet or the fire in the sky? The man said, yes. And he turned to speak to me again. So the people got out of the car. So the driver got out of the car and asked the man, said, didn't you see that fire in the sky? Did you see that fire in the sky? Did you see that comet in the sky? The man said, yes. And then he turned back to speak to me again. So when he come back to speak to me again, so like he didn't really pay no attention to the man that was speaking to him, ask him, did he see it? And he just turned his face back to me to speak to me again. But this time the man came out of the private side and started singing about their home. And then when he started singing, I can't remember the song. I actually to remember the song, but it was about Gloria. I noticed it was something about Gloria. I can tell you that much. And so when he started singing, then all of them joined and all of them singing the same song and harmony. It sounded real good. Yeah. But the song and the words were one. And then the young man walked next to the man, the chief, walks next to the man who got out the driver's side and said, Chief, how could I ever forget thee? And all of them look like the same people. chief and the young man looked like the same people. And when they had met, I saw all of them standing around. And I woke up. Yeah, man, I had that dream. At that time, I was writing down with dates and stuff I had to do. I just was, I just write them down. I didn't put no date on them. Then later on, when I start going back to them, then I start saying, man, yeah, so man, I said, man, I should have put the date on them things. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A man was working in the back street with a hammer, a bar, and dynamite opened a new way into the street. And I was looking at the new gates they were let's see. Well, the new gates they were great. When the men had used the dynamite to clear the road, they would go into this bar type room and party with women and men and would be filled up with balloons on the ceiling. They would go out again and work on the fence, making the opening in the street. You would come and see the gravel and the dirt and moving. They would say it was the mayor's new house. And I said, I wonder if they would do this uptown. And I hear the dynamite going off. They're building a party again. That's what it said. They're building a apartment again. This people who was this people was the owner or hired or eaten in the building, put them out and come see the balloons coming down. That's what I said. Yeah. I was watching this woman make a film with 3 white trays. She was elderly. I was making sure she finished up with the men putting mud around the tub that had a headstone on it. I was just filling it in. He told me to watch and make sure that I didn't put too much mud in the grooves. Next thing, I hear these people talking about this black man, how they did him. I get up, I am in the room with all military personnel. We all had one uniform. I asked one man, is he all right? He said, yes. He is sitting down. I said, listen up. Listen up with all that racist bull. I said, bull. There is something coming this way that is going to affect all of us. Matter of fact, it's already here. And one soldier touching me, and I see this man sitting on the couch, and they had with that mess. That mess, I guess I said it must have been saying racial mess. Yeah. All right. Yes. So these dreams here really are dreams, huh? Yeah, last around this time. Yeah, these dreams like last around the time, but last around the time should have that dream. I should have that dream. Yeah, that dream there, see, I only had one thing left. To destruction of America. That's what it said. I only had one thing left to do. That's the dream I was looking for. But couldn't find it. Yeah, didn't find it yet, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Denzel dream. Wait a minute. I have to wait now because this dream might be from this year. Sure it is. This no. This the Walmart. This right here. This dream here is this dream is about let's see. This dream, I told you this dream. This year dream. This is about the famine. I went into the storehouse like a Walmart warehouse. I brought one head of cattle. I told this about 3 years ago. One head. I didn't have shoes on my feet. I had took them off. I went back and to get them. I found them where I had took them, and they had another shoe that was there, looked like mine, and I took it. I took it off the shelf. They had roaches everywhere, all tight. They brought him. I brought the cabbage, looking at the roach, and looking at the roach on the wraps or in the studs. I brought the cabbage and put it into the bag, walk on top of the river levee. I saw two roaches come out of the bag, and I had given the bag, yeah, the cabbage was gone. At first, I thought I had left it. Then I remembered that it had that I had chicken on. This still was last year another time. Uh, it was last year around this time. Around this time, yeah. Um, let's see, man, there's so many. I was now preparing for a woman and a man to leave. They had this man that was loving this woman, wanting her. She was sitting in the table with other people. I had came, I had came off a raw, came off a raw blue paint that I had spilled. I told the man I had to clean it up. I thought it would be hard to get up since it wasted on the carpet, shag carpet. I read all this thing to it. Yeah, same green. This is part two of that green. That's what it is. Part two of the green that I told you yesterday. This is the first one I had, and then the one I told you yesterday was the second one I had. Yeah, that was the second one I had, but I can't read this to you. Nah, 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 because this was last year green. I mean, not this year. This year, the ending of this year. Wait a minute. Let me see how far I can go before before it changes. Might go a little further before it changes. Might. I said might. I can't say it was. Yeah. Oh no. All right. Wait a minute. Because everything is just got to a point where it just lame. I was at this bank. This woman, a teller, took this slip and gave it to me. I went to exchange. I was passing the second time she came here and let exchange that slip. And it was 259 on the slip. I told her she wasn't the only bank in town. They had this man that was working on Oak Street. I tried to get him to remember the brothers, Lynn or Jerry, who was working with him. He said he just used to deliver the box on Oak Street. He said a place that he was trying to remember. So this a little bit more last year. People died. Yeah, people passed 259 days. He died. Yeah. Oh yes, he did. It was 259 days. All right. I was in this doctor's office, storehouse. I went into the doctor's office first. They had this young man appeared to be ill, but he looked healthy. At first, I ordered something for the store. I thought it would cost one silver coin. I wanted something else. I thought that they wouldn't have it. So when I got to the register, the cashier said $2.35. I paid him and put the item cost one silver coin on this white bag along with a red and white cane coat written on it. The young man had a white T-shirt staggering out into the parking lot. I asked him, how far we have to go? I said, how far we have to go? He said he lived on Johnson Street in the 7th ward. I looked up. Next thing I saw a pocketbook, a purse, beach prints, stripes and size on it. And I would say, wait. It's all this gone, man. It blurred through. And I couldn't remember. I mean, all I remember is the Lord God bring it back to me. Because these dreams happened before the coronavirus really took hold. Yeah. I went to pick up this clamp. They had two kinds. One is mine, but they had the man claiming that it was his. And this person who had them wanted me to pay for that which is already mine. I examined both of the clamps. One was a wire shaped like a V, and just take it and fold it together. Fold it over and it clamps together. The other is a bumper clamp. You have to take it and press the pieces together. The man who it was first said the wire one that is mine was his, and the man who had it wanted me to pay for it. And I woke up from that dream. All right, wait. Dream I had, the river was at the brink, and I was floating on a raft. I was driving around the river. I saw a great flood all over New Orleans and Covington. These dreams are from, these dreams might be from, I don't know what I could say, 2017 maybe? Might be 2017. Yeah, might be. I was walking with someone who passed this woman. I knew she was full and had lost a lot of weight. I passed her, made a comment. Walking with said that it looks like she learns. So as they went back to reveal who she was, she made a comment about me, and I was right next to her. She thought I wasn't recognized. So she was full, had other full with her next as black people come and get out of the vein, a lot of them, and start being loud and clamorous. And I learned, and I leaned and said, they always come with that. And I start back walking, we started back walking, they get loud. I said, it's not of God. The Lord God is not clamorous. His voice is sweet and like no other. And if you ever hear it, you'll know it. Sweet and soft. And, a lot of people haven't heard the Lord's voice. Okay. Yeah, these things gone. I was listening to this man preaching. These false doctrines. He had a group of men with him. I was listening to he finished speaking. Then I attacked and told him he was preaching teaching bulldog. And I started beating him. I woke up. Okay. Yeah, these dreams always get start fading. Bleeding through. Yeah. Wait a minute. Because I had a lot of dreams about spaceships and moons and man, a lot about what's going on nowadays. So, but you put them in these people, and these people are it's a design plane. To if you leave it out in the sun or anything, if you don't store it right, it's gone. Yeah. She was a creature. Started asking me questions, asking about the covenant, quote scriptures. And wait, this starts on something else. When I was just 3 men, it was coming inside. We was talking about the weather, and 2 men was inside already. Came inside. One of them was talking about how hot it is in New Orleans. She said love that type of heat. Then wondering if he was from New Orleans. One of those men talking with them, he was from New Orleans. I went into the rear of the house, into the kitchen, cooking grits. And I went in the front of the house on the porch. They had a porch filled with young people singing and happy and rapping in the dark. And I wanted to turn the lights on them, but I said, nah, they want to say, I know this another one. This, oh, it's not. I'm looking for a specific dream. This 2020 dream, these dreams from this year. Yeah, that's 2020 dreams. Those dreams are from this year. Let me stop with that. Come on. Because I'll be on there all day. Let's go. Obadiah chapter 1. These things are happening now. Dream come to me, I'll tell you. The vision of Obadiah. Thus say the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise, you, let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high. That said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, though thou set the nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? And if grapegatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? All right, let me stop it right there. Oh, man. During this time, of course, you see all these dreams that I had. Let me see. If I can, let me see if I can do something. I hope I can do something. All right. You see, these are the dreams when I first started writing them down. Okay. Then after I started first writing them down, then I went and got pages. All right, see the pages. So I started writing down the pages. Then, and they just kept coming. I kept writing them down, kept coming, kept writing them down, kept coming. And then kept on coming. It's the page, one of the pages from this year. So when we got to that page, then I went to the books. So we look at this, these are books. See, right, that's a yellow book here. Now this book here comes from, this book started in September of last year. So it started September 28th of last year. So that's that book. And this book here, this the end of this book here started in, I'll tell you where it started. Probably had it up there. So this book here, I don't know if I'm have it up there. Well, anyway, I can't tell you exactly. But it started like maybe was it September, maybe August of this year. This book here, I know it's on. Okay, but before then, I would try to remember the dreams. I would try to remember the dreams. But as soon as the Lord God would give me a dream, sometimes He would give me a number. Sometimes He would give me a few numbers, then I'll go look the numbers up just before He started giving me all the other books. And so when I was looking up these numbers, I would have dreams that refer to whatever's in the book, whatever's in the Holy Bible. He would send me a dream. And when He sent me that dream, then I'll go to the Holy Bible and look, say, man, look, this is what I had in the dream, just like that. And so that's where I get Obadiah from. So Obadiah, and most of the dreams I had during one section, everything was about destruction. Everything was about the destruction of the earth. Everything that He gave me at one time was always about the destruction of the earth. And so that's how I got the book of Obadiah. So when I got to here, this is what it reminds me of, because he had showed me a penny. He had showed me a penny, just a regular penny, and it was like, I want to say 19 something on it. I can't remember exactly what they had on it. It was 19 something. But the penny was a Lincoln head penny, because you know Lincoln is on the penny, and then they had the colors on the head. Had red, blue, and white on the penny. The next scene, in the very next vision, He showed me these people in the front of the building, just like New York City, something like that. And the front of the building was completely taken off. Excuse me. The front of the building had been completely taken off. And then I said, man, what am I looking at here? You know, He showed me the penny. Then He showed me the front of the building had been completely off. And I said, man. And then, you know, I started thinking about the building itself is made of what? Stone. It's like look like the cliff of the rock. Then he showed me that, and that's where I got this from. I didn't know nothing about this. Remember, I didn't know none of this because you read the Bible, you just read it. Yeah, but when he starts explaining to you what these things are, then it's a whole different thing. But anyway, so that's what he showed me. So he showed me the cliff of the rock. So after he showed me the cliff of the rock, he showed me that was America that he was talking about because he used the Lincoln Head penny. See, there's a lot to that Lincoln Head penny because before Lincoln came on the scene, it wasn't the United States of America before. Yeah, before he came on the scene, it was the United States of America. You gotta remember, he's the one that brought the two things together. Then it became the United States of America. Before that, it wasn't. All right, so let me continue on with it. And say, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high. That said in his heart, who will bring me down to the ground? Thou exalted thyself as the eagle. See, that's America. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, say the Lord. So you know how they are during that time, spaceship or whatever you got. Space station. If thieves came to thee and robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? The great guy came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Okay, so that's what it was talking about. How you saw the news area how the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, but it was more to that than that. It was like they couldn't just come and steal the milk from the cow. They had to take the whole cow. So that's what he was showing to me, and he was explaining to me how they was taking everything. I mean, they was robbing it all, still doing it. Yeah. How these things of Esau searched out, how are these hidden things sought up. Okay, so then of course, a little time passed, and then he showed me the prophecy of Esau that is found in the book of Passion, because we got the blessing of Esau. I made a video about it. The blessing of Esau that found in the book of Passion, because after Father Isaac had blessed Father Jacob, and he said, "Oh, he surely, who did I bless? Because he is truly blessed." And all that was from the Lord. I have read that to you before. And so when Esau came there crying and begging and pleading with Father Isaac to give him a blessing too, he said, "Oh, Father, you don't have no more blessing for me, not one more blessing." And then he tell him, say, "One day you're going to own everything. Then you're going to do something. And then you and your seed should be rooted out the earth forever." And so that's what he's talking about. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the borders. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And so, I'm telling you, shall I not in that day, say the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of Mount Esau? And the mighty men, O T-men, should be dismayed, in the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame should cover thee, now should be cut off forever. No? Oh yeah, that's, I might leave it. I'll leave it. I'll find it and leave it to, I'll leave that prophecy. I'll leave that prophecy, because this is a prophecy also. Well, the violence against their brother Jacob. Who is Jacob? Who is Jacob? Israel is Jacob. And the violence have never stopped against us. Man, come on. All that's going on right now. All this is from the same prophecy. And the day that thou stood on the other side, and the day that strangers carried away captive his foes, and foreigners entered to his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. So that's who did it. I read that to you. I read that to you in the testimony of Nicodemus, the letter to Pilate. Go read, man. Jesus, when Jesus had, when Caesar told him to go tear all that down, and the Jews had brought all that about, go read. I had read it to you before. Go read it, man. Yeah, it was with the testimony of Nicodemus. One of those books. It's in the lost bookstore, man. Yeah. But that's what he's talking about. All right. But thou shalt not look on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shalt thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shalt thou have spoken proudly in the day of thy distress. Because, you know, we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And now what's going on when I tell you this paper here, not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. So when you investigate that and you research that, you see that that is the signal that went out for us to come back as a people, for the gathering us for the folk on the earth, where he have said. He said, how will we do that? So when we repent with our whole heart, keep all his commandments in the back and minds forever coming, that's when all this is, that's what's going on now. You in someone said several, well, you in the what kind of put this? You in that's the 6th year of the prophecy. Yeah, you're in the 6th year. I only got 2 years left, so you got 6. What, 5th year of the prophecy? Well, in the last 2 years of the prophecy, put it that way, because we already went through 1 year. Then in the next year, the 2nd year of the room. Well, anyway, the 2nd year of the room. The 2nd year of the room. That's where we're at. All right. Thou shalt not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shalt not have looked upon their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. And so, yeah, well, they do everything against us. Still doing all that, still going on now. Yeah, all that's still going on now, all over the world. Wherever Judah and Israel at, they've been great taken advantage of. All right. Neither should thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Don't repeat that, because that's what's going on now. But people don't want hearken or don't want to hear that. Now they want to go about their business and ignore the fact that the 10 plagues that have already started, that Father Abraham said that they was going to come upon them. But besides all that, that's just the beginning of sorrows. You got other stuff that's going to happen once those plagues take place. I told you, I've seen so much. I've seen so much destruction that's coming upon this world. All right, well, I mean, you know better than me. The Lord then showed me. I guess you know better than him. All right. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it should be done to thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. And then what our father Abraham told us, when Father Abraham's friend was talking to him, he told him, say, you got to do all that, I can read it to you. I don't have to go through all that. Let me see if I got it up here. Now you do that. Man, don't even care about that. Let me see if I can find another book. You know. No. Let's see. Maybe I can. Let's see. Let me see. Find it right quick. Yeah, I can find it right quick. Let me read it to you, so you won't have to go through all of that. You won't have to go. You'll just read it and get it read it. Yeah, well, let's see. What's wrong with this thing? Oh, there. It's running slow, so you're going to have to. It's running slow, so this way it don't come up. You know why it's running slow? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. All right, so we got to do all that. We just gonna read it. Oh man, listen. This is the wrong book. Wait a minute, no. Saith. All right, here we go. I'm going to read it to you. The conclusion. Therefore, hear, O Abraham, and see, lo, the 7th generation shall go with thee, and they shall go out into a strange land, and they shall enslave him, and evil entreat them, as it was an hour of the age of ungodliness. So you know all this ungodliness. Jesus told you, see, when you see all this godliness and all this wickedness arise in the world, know that what? The evil one have entered into the world. That's what Jesus had told you. And then this is our father Abraham telling us also about the age of ungodliness that's already started. But the nation whom they shall serve, I will judge. So that's God telling us the nation whom they have served, the nation that took advantage of them, I shall judge them. So that was, if you're looking at the beginning of it, man, I'm telling you, you don't want to be here for that. Well, maybe so. Look, God gonna take care of you if you. He's gonna take care of it. Because they're gonna have people that go through the tribulation, like I told you, the five that had oil, they're gonna be taken. And the five, but remember, all of them are virgins, all of them is of the law. Oh, yeah, the whole 10 of them are of the law. But just that the five had the oil and had everything set for it. And the other five, they are of the law, but they don't have the oil. Now, they don't have everything. And so they're gonna go through that tribulation. All right. I'm just telling you, all I can do is tell you. Because you have so many things, you gotta look at the whole world. And the Lord God tell you the reward is in his hands. Some gonna be taken, others gonna be left, some gonna be magic. So you got different things that are going on. And if you start reading, you find out when he said his reward is in hand, as you go, he rewards you on his way back. When you come back, he's gonna reward you. I'm just telling you. Okay. All I can do is tell you. But as you have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So that's the heathen taking rid of all of it. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And so once again, I'm gonna tell you. So I saw that, man. Lord God told you that before. I saw the return of Judah. Then after I saw the return of Judah, I saw another return. I saw the return of Israel. But before I saw the return of Israel, man, God showed me a mountain of gold. That whole mountain, I saw the mountain of gold a couple of times. But he showed me that mountain of gold. Yeah. Because you don't think you're just going to go over there, you're going to go in the promised land, you're going to clean up, you ain't going to be doing. No, you're going to be building the new Jerusalem. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're going to be building the new Jerusalem. It's going to be what? Streets paved with gold. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I saw it. Yeah, I saw the gold. All right, let's go. All right, so that's where you're going to be able to come and get those who go into the holy mountain. You got the elect going to be caught up, but all going to be transformed in the twinkling of the eye. So we know that. And then you got to remember that the earth is meant to be what? Inhabited. So you're going to have the flesh. Yeah, they're going to have people of the flesh on earth, but we're going to be different like we're supposed to have been from the beginning. All right. Okay, well, this, all I can do is tell it to you. Some of y'all will be here to see it. Some of y'all will be here to witness it. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, y'all are. All right. And though in the house of Jacob should be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, in the house of Esau for stubble, and they should kindle in them and devour them. There should not be any remain in the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. So you see, Esau going to be gone. Yeah, totally gone. And they of the south shall possess the mountain of Esau, and they of the plain of Philistia, they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of the hosts of the children of Israel shall possess the Canaanites, even to what Zarephath. I say Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem was in Shephereth. It says Shephereth shall possess the city of the south, and the Savior shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. So all this is coming about, man. You just have to be patient. It's coming. It's here now. You just have to grow up. Another thing. So now, I listen. And I read y'all comments and everything. I mean, no comment on this board, but other comments on other boards, I read them. That's why I read them. Man. And a lot of times, these people be having dreams and everything. Sometimes those dreams are not for other people. Sometimes those dreams are for you to get yourself together. to let you know that it's upon you. Because I look at you and you out there trying to tell what thus say the Lord, and I'm looking at you and I see that you still have makeup on your face and those what do you call those false eyelashes, and your skin exposed, your breasts exposed, and then you bending your tongue, make you sound like you are so important. Prepare yourself, baby. You about to go through a whole lot of stuff. Then they have some of y'all have started cleaning up yourself, but you haven't taken off this world yet. You haven't. No, you haven't. I know. I just listen to you. And like I told you, so when you come on that line and then you have those commercials on there, and you got PayPal on there, and buy my this and buy that. That's not what the law goes. No, that's not what the law goes. The law goes say, freely you receive, freely you will give. And then a lot of y'all want to know why I never healed nobody. The Lord never healed nobody through me. I ain't never seen nobody. Nobody never touched the human of my garment, and I felt it. There's something wrong with that picture. I'm just telling you. I don't speak in tongues. I don't speak in another language and everything, which some of y'all feel like y'all don't have to. It's on you. That's on you. But I mean, there's no such thing. Lord God. I'll just go there right there. Let me just go right there. Right there before I get to the room. Yeah, before I get to the room, let's see if I can go there right there. Because you missing the part. Okay, all right, let's see. Luke chapter 9. Luke chapter 9. Then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and cured diseases. And he sent them to preach the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. And he said to them, take nothing for your journey, neither staffs, nor scrap, neither bread, neither money, neither 2 coats apiece. And whosoever house you shall enter, there abide, and thence depart. And whosoever should not receive you, go out of the city, shake the dust off your feet, and for a testimony against it. And when you depart through the town preaching the gospel, healing everywhere. He said, healing everywhere. See? But that's not going on. No, that's not going on, because you have a form of godliness and denying the power thereof. I know. Oh yeah, do I know? How do I know? I know. Tell me, I know. All right. He said, go ye. He said, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, now who's the lost sheep of Israel? We scattered out through the full convoy. And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely you give. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purse, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither 2 shoes, nor yet staff. For the workman is worthy of his meat. All right, then it goes on to other things. But the reason why I'm telling you that, because, yeah, well, when he sends you out, he doesn't send you out without power. You can't have power. He gives his power and authority to his disciples, to the people that follow him, to his kingdom. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just telling you what's going on. If there are people in this church, I was there too, because I did it myself, and Lord God had given me all that power, and I go run where? To the church house. And what they do, first thing they do, strip you of all your power, so the demons can have their way with you. And you find yourself, say, man, I thought I got rid of this. You went back in that church house, you bought 7 demons more wicked than the first. Entered with you. Yeah, it's a design plan. Man, it's a design plan, bro. Yes, it is. It's a design plan. Okay, well, you know better than me. But anyway, so well, a lot of times when you have those dreams, there's nothing wrong to telling you that you have a dream, tell you dream, you have my word, speak my word. There's nothing wrong with that, but just telling you a lot of times it's for yourself. Because you need to clean up yourself before the day of darkness. Address for people. That's up this morning. Man, my morning, I didn't see it. Okay. I mean, yeah, I didn't see it. I don't know what part I can tell. The most beautiful, the most gruesome part of it is the twofold called wormwood. That's a pretty sight. That's a beautiful sight. Wormwood coming down. When you see wormwood coming down, I say, man, look at that. It's so amazing. It's so beautiful. So pretty. But boy, once it hit, that's it. That's the end of it. Yeah, wormwood. Yeah, that's the, I know that wasn't the last thing he showed me, but he showed it to me. Yeah. I'm going to see wormwood. Let me think a minute. I don't think that's the last thing he showed of the destruction. I don't know. That's a tough one now. I don't know if that's the last thing he showed me. Oh, I don't think so. Anyway, that's all I had. I dreamed all night. I had about 3 nights. I didn't wake them up. I didn't get down. It was short. It was telling me about the dividing, about 10 something, 10. I didn't get up to write it down and think, because you got to do it. Just did it. Just write it down. But I know you're going to bring them back to me. When it's time to come here, bring them back, and he'll show them to me. You know? Anyway, I want to go through some of these dreams and find out a lot of these dreams about the destruction, a lot of dreams about the demons coming back was what they call aliens. A lot of those dreams about that. A lot of dreams about the weaponry that they're gonna have. Yeah, they're gonna have those ray guns and they pop it, everything gone. You know, all they're gonna have dust on the ground. That's what they had. Lord, I've seen that so many times. The different ray guns in the dreams. And of course, I saw you going into the tournament camps. It showed me that. Yeah, it showed me I'm going to tournament camps. And of course, I read to you about you're gonna be inside locking outside. Yeah. Show me where they're gonna be coming to your door, taking you out. Show me that. What else? Man, he showed me so much, man. Show me. Anyway, this is not about might, not about power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I am Elijah until next time.